Good morning from a still soggy Border View Farms. Start of this week we looked at the weather and it was beautiful until Friday. Like we were going to have 4 or 5 days of just sunny, warm weather. It was going to be great. We were going to be dried up. And then it rained on Tuesday. Not much, but it rained. And then it rained yesterday on Wednesday. A lot. We had 9/10. We've got almost an inch in the last 2 days. So it's not drying up. It's not drying up at all. It's still very, very wet, and there's more rain coming tomorrow. So I don't know when we're going to start doing anything. It's not going to be soon. We are going to get the anhydrous applicator in the shop here this morning and start seeing what all we need to replace, tearing some stuff apart so that I can get some parts ordered in here and hopefully we can get this done. I don't think it'll take real long, a couple days, but we do need to take apart our coolers over there, the anhydrous coolers. I think they're leaking, and so we're going to see if they just need new seals or if we got to replace them. So I know we need to go through and pull these scrapers off, and we'll compare one with a new one, but I'm pretty sure we're just going to put new ones on. They're definitely significantly worn. And then like this one here doesn't even have a beaver tail. This one must have gotten replaced towards the tail end of the year because it's in really good shape. And this one's totally wore off. So we need to replace those. We're going to take a blade and measure it. We'll just get a tape measure and see. I think we got another year to run on the blades. So yeah, and then these here need to come apart. So we have two Raven super coolers. This is an outdated model. They don't make these anymore. We might still be able to get seal kits for them, but we need to take the bolts off here. We might have to undo some plumbing and pull those apart and see what they look like inside and try and replace some seals. So I'm afraid when we take them apart, they're just going to be a rusted mess, and we're just going to end up replacing the whole thing. It's possible. A flat tire on our wing to get some air in that. Here is our boot that we took off. I just took this off of row 1 right here. And here is a new one. There's two different styles. Well, there's lefts and rights, which is why these are opposite. And then there's two different styles. There's a regular and then an extended wear that's got some chromium or something in it. That's they cost 50% more, but they last longer. But if we're replacing them every year, do we need that anyway? Because we're going to just replace them anyway. So this was not a high wear one, and you can see how much wear, like this whole ridge is gone. If we set that on there and kind of match up the top edge, you can see all the wear that's happened on the bottom side here. So these are junk. We're for sure going to replace them. The question becomes, if we buy this style instead of this style, do they wear longer and not wear out in season, where maybe we get a little better performance anyway? Maybe. There's a knob here that's gone. Do the same thing on this side. This side's not as bad, but yeah, definitely lost a lot on that leading edge. Okay. Well, I had put the phone down for a while and didn't record anything, but we've got this all tore apart and waiting on some parts basically at this point. So decided our blades are bad. They measure 20 1/4. They start new at 22 3/4. So we've wore 2.5 inches off of them. So they're going to get replaced. We've got boots. We've got beaver tails and a bunch of new plugs coming. So all of that stuff. Which is basically what we need for the row units. The closing discs are okay. Most of the tubes were okay. There was one that was bad, so the rest of that's fine. We also tore our coolers apart. I've never had these apart before. And I'll show you the stuff on the bench, but essentially there's a big long tube in there, and we've got to figure out how to clean the inside of that. I ordered a hone to try and do that, a cylinder hone. I could not get that big union apart. So we ended up deciding we didn't really need to do that anyway, and we just took apart this other end of it. But there's some seals in there that I'm pretty sure were not in great shape. So those pieces are over here, Basically these long tubes that slide inside of those coolers. Phil spent a long time cleaning and getting these cleaned up pretty well. They are a little bit pitted, not horrible, but there is some pitting to them. Nothing that's got holes in it or anything that I'm super concerned about. However, there are some gaskets that go here. They look like this, and they're in pretty rough shape. And I don't know how much we wrecked them getting them out versus how much they were bad going in. But I've ordered new seals, new gaskets for the ends, and once we get the inside of those cleaned up, then we can put our gaskets on, lubricate them, and then slide these in, new gaskets, and we should be good to go. So yeah, that's where we're at with this. Xander's been taking the rest of the stuff apart. Like I said, we got all the blades off, we've got the boots off. We just need to get our parts, and then it'll all go back together, and I don't think we'll be too hard to do here. So I do need to pull the top of our impeller cones off, make sure that those are clean and everything spins freely in there, and we don't have any issues with that. Yeah, should be in good shape. It is pretty nice out today. We're gonna grab our corn planter here this afternoon and get that out and try and go through that one unit and run off again, maybe run some water through it. So we'll work on that. But Dad needs some help. He's got a new beam going up, or a header, for his door that he wants to put in on the south side of the barn over here. So Dad, or Xander and I are going to help him get that in place. What's the plan here?
I'm going to lift it up and see if you guys can slide it in the groove.
Okay. He's going to lift it up and we got to get it in up there. Yeah. Yeah, you're on it.
This way, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and go up. I need to find a spot to put you guys. Okay, magnets out here. Watch from there, don't fall. Okay, I'm assuming we gotta come your way. Does it look like it needs to come your way?
Yeah, but
Okay, good. Go up. How's your forks in your doorway opening there? Your little slot. Keep going up.
I'm not going to be able to do it, am I?
Not there. Pull your forks together.
Want me to set it back down?
No.
Wrong one went.
Do it now.
Huh?
Do it now.
No, I'm not quite there. Unless we cut it.
Can you side shift?
Wrong way. Okay. Yeah.
Gonna make it? Go up. Oh. Alright. How much can it go your way yet?
Half an inch. Up. Yeah, up.
Back up.
Back up, me?
Back up.
Yep. Don't touch it.
Keep going. Pull it. Pull it. Go up a little bit. Go. You're touching.
Yeah. He's wrong. Hey.
Okay, well, I'm a half inch. We're high. We can come down some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're plenty long here.
Can we get that? I got a green crowbar. Will it get one end in and then pry it open? Probably not.
Maybe. Are you in?
Yeah.
But touch it.
Yeah, I'm touching. If it's crooked a little bit, it won't. You gotta go in a little bit. Even if you're crooked, it's gonna be a little bit.
Right. Can you pull your end out a little bit so it's just barely in?
I got a tire iron and a green crowbar.
How about a sledgehammer? Yeah, we got one of those too.
Good. Sledgehammer or two, right?
Go down a little bit, Dad. Oh, right there.
Come on.
You I need to look. I don't think it's gonna go. Oh shit. You're tight. It's fast. Alright. How can I pull them apart? Is that what we want to do, is pull them apart, or do we need to trim the board? You know, I got yeah, I assume you measured to get the length.
Well, you helped me, and I was pretty close.
That's my fault. Okay.
No! It was better than me doing it by myself. What if we were to try and go up there and pull it?
Right, we can try that. We can try that on both sides.
If there wasn't coming along rope, we got another one I could strap around.
We have one
In the shop. Or I can take it back down and cut it.
I think we might need to trim a little bit off anyway. Like this side here, you got this board sticking out a little bit. If we could get that more flush with this metal underneath,
All right, I'll do that.
and then we can try and squeeze it in pretty good.
A little more than a 1/4 inch on each side.
Yeah, this side's closer than this side.
So you're gonna have to drive in a little bit. Up, yeah. Down, down.
You can clear your ladder.
No.
Okay, can you drive in a little more? I'm watching your bottom. You're good. Keep coming. I got it. You don't have to pull on.
Alright, well, I'll work on it. Okay, good.
It's a little too long. I'm gonna do some trimming here. So he's built that beam for a header. He wants to put a 16-foot door in there, cut the concrete so he can drive in and out with the forklift and bring his boards and lumber and all that stuff in and out. So that's what he's doing there, fabricating. Anyway, I don't know if it's gonna rain today, so we better get the corn planter out and ensure that it does. If the clouds see that the corn planter is out, it will think, oh, we've got to shut that down and make it rain. So we'll get this out and play with it like we did yesterday when we made it rain. Since we're right here by the water tank, we'll throw a little water on. See if I got the right adapter to hook up my now 3-inch hose to my 2-inch planter plumbing. Ah, that one's gonna be tricky. I got one somewhere. I can find it. This piece, right here. It's in the tender truck. Okay, we'll pump a little water in. We don't need a huge amount, 100, 150 gallons in each tank maybe. What's that, 50? Yeah. We're not running our 3-inch pump wide open going into 2-inch plumbing, that's for sure. My adapter leaks pretty bad from the threads. Alright. We aren't going to use it much, so it's just water right now, but we should probably fix that. Okay. Got our water. And got her unfolded. I should have moved my kidney hose before I started it up, but I forgot, so we'll move it now. I was getting our bag of seed to go out there and work on the planter. Dad says he's ready to try again, so let's try again. I don't know how well you can see, but watch from there. you do up here? Oh, you cut all this off.
I did.
Okay. I thought you plugged the hole. Still good.
Up?
Yeah.
Doing all right? Xander?
Yeah, you're close to rubbing, but you're good.
Cares. Keep going. Oh, I'm in. How much do you need?
You gotta go up 6 inches.
I gotta go.
Okay, keep going then.
It's gonna.
I got it.
A little bit. Yep.
Still no?
No, we're go. I'm in by a lot. Are you in? Are you gonna slide in?
He's tight.
I gotta go here with
Okay.
you.
Well, I got a quarter of an inch here.
You need a bigger hand.
About it. Yeah. Go down a touch, Dad.
Down?
Down. No more. Right there. Okay. Can you try and back up a little bit? So I get a slide?
Yeah.
Get a hammer and hit it. Big one. Huh?
I would rather see you pound it in instead of sliding down the boards.
Okay.
Does it clear it all the other
No.
stuff?
No. Can you go,
Oh,
go
right
ahead?
above your head.
Yeah, go down a little bit. Okay, don't go any more than that.
Why don't I jack it up a little bit?
Yeah.
Leave it there?
Leave it there.
Is that the only spot?
There's two.
We had to cut them off?
No. You push it in.
That one's still catching.
Yeah, but we're tipped. We gotta get this, stop being tipped. Get on the forklift. All right. Spread your forks out as wide as they'll go.
They are.
They are, okay. You're tipped like this, and we're not setting level, and we need to sit on it level.
You tip it
I
forward.
want you to tip it forward, but you're gonna have to keep going up while you do it.
Up.
Up. Okay. Tip forward a lot. Go, 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 go. I got it. Go. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, lift up. Okay.
Oh, those two.
Huh?
Those two are catching.
Just this one. Well, maybe that one too.
You want to try and cut it? I didn't know if jacking it up anymore will raise it that far out.
Right.
I could try.
Hold on. Let me see if we can tip it in though. We gotta get the top in. Can you pull back a little bit, Xander? Like that? No, keep going.
Tip back.
No. What happens if you go down a little? Nope, not that. Go back up, 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 up. Oh. Too much. Down, up. Down, there.
Well,
Not gonna get it. Okay. Well, we either gotta figure out how to make that. Go
it's not
up.
attached. Can it just beat it, angle it?
Maybe.
I can straighten it out later. Just hit it to the side. Is the other one out too?
It's above it. Are you in?
We need to go in all the way.
Yeah, we should go in even. I'm way in farther than you.
Here's like,
big hammers. No, we're good. Your board's up there, hey. Come on. Angle to the side. Angle it up to the side of the side. Now straighten it. Sorry. But can't watch them all. You go in now?
I'd like the inside flop.
Too late.
Well, after I've been looking, I'm a little concerned about the walls chipping out with this sill. It's going out. But, you know, right down at the bottom.
Yeah, I see it.
It is.
I think it's in.
Yeah, I think it's good. Thank you.
I know it's bright outside, you guys can't see, but it's in. Whoa, 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 go back up. Go back up. Stop.
Loosen that up.
Okay, just go down and get out of the way. You are hitting the handle. All right, back to our planter project. I went through and I filled each hopper on this side, 1 through 12, with a little bit of seed. We're gonna rotate all the meters, get the vacuums running where they're supposed to, because when there's no seed on the plates, it sucks air easier and it's hard to get your vacuum adjusted where you want it. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna run our mobile row unit runoff, check each row. I need to find another camera because I can't really show you what I'm doing on my phone and record at the same time. So maybe I'll go find a GoPro so I can try and show you how all this works. Look, I found a GoPro, and it's at like 95% battery, so we can actually record something with it. So we'll go ahead and get some stuff set up here. Go through all the warnings when you first start up a tractor. Come on. Yeah, update. Activate custom. Okay, wait. Activate custom. Wait, exit. All right, we need to engage vac 2, vac 1. I don't want machine sync on right now. We need EPG on. Okay. We're gonna go to this page. No. How do I rotate the meters? It's been a year, guys. Give me a second. Tools. No, that's not what we want. Somewhere there's a button to rotate the meters. Seed star. Fill, right there, that button. Yes, okay. Now do it. Now do it again. Yep, got seed on the ground. Okay. Fill is complete. We're gonna just go ahead and shut that vacuum off because we don't have anything on that side of the planter, so it doesn't matter right now. We'll get to that one later. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to switch and I'm going to show you on the phone. Okay, we're going to go into my farm apps category and click on equipment mobile from John Deere, and then we're going to go to implements and we're going to find 1770 NT planter and click on row runoff. Okay, so now it's going to connect to the Wi-Fi on my planter, except for it's not going to connect to the Wi-Fi on my planter because it's connected to the Wi-Fi for the farm. So we go in here, We wait for it to pull up this one here. We hit connect. We tell it, yes, it's okay. I know you don't have internet. Oh, come on. Yep. Connect this time. Do this again. You're connected. Come on. Go back. Roll runoff. There we go. Connected. Getting the planter ready. Okay. Now it's waiting to allow mobile control in the cab. Yesterday when I was doing this, I thought for sure it would just pop up on the screen and say, do you want to allow mobile control? It doesn't do that. You got to hit tools here and go to planter runoff procedures. Okay, and then you hit row runoff, and then you hit this little phone icon, and now we have control. And we can continue. And we can leave the cab and go out and work out here. Okay, we've got a few seeds in our bucket from priming the meters. So, we know we have seed in the meter. We've got vacuum, it's at 17.8, which is probably too high, but we'll leave it there for right now. We're doing row 1. We're gonna shoot for a target population of 33,000, done, with a speed of 8 miles per hour. And then we're gonna hit swipe to start. And now it starts spitting seeds out, and that's cool. And we can watch here, is that focused? We'll see our singulation and our skips and all that stuff. Okay, we're getting multiples, a lot of multiples. That's getting better. That's really good. Now we're getting a few skips. It's not bad, it's not great. Bouncing back and forth, we gotta dial that in a little bit, I would think. And there it's up to 99.6 singulation, 99.8, 99.1, 98.6. Why are we jumping all over so much? Might be running low on seed. Okay, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with that. 99.9, 99.9, 100%, 100%. Yeah, that'll work. So hit stop. Now we can take all this seed and dump it out, but we're just going to move down to the next row here. And then in our app, we're going to hit row 2. We've got the same parameters. We hit swipe to start. And we'll give it a second to kind of dial itself in, and then we'll watch. And we're ready at 100%. Hasn't missed one yet. Oh, there it missed. .4, 99.6, 99.8, 99.7, 98.6. Why does it fluctuate like that, I wonder if the seed's not flowing down very good from the, because I dumped it in the side of the meter. That's entirely possible. But it's spitting out seed pretty good. Okay, row 2 seems to be pretty good. Let's move over to row 3. Row 3. Swipe to start. Still sitting at 100%. Well, now it's down. Now it's back up. 99.7, 99.8, 99.9, 100%, 100%, 99.3. Get a couple skips every now and then. And then it jumps right back up. Okay. I'm not upset with it. Okay, I was thinking there was a way to do like an actual test where it'll give like run a certain amount of seeds. I clicked on the wrong thing. So instead of runoff here, we're gonna click on meter performance test. And it's gonna go through the same things. Oh, okay. We're gonna hit continue. We're gonna move on to row 5 here. I've been doing a couple while I was trying to figure this out. And we're gonna set this for 1,500 seeds because we don't have enough seed in the meter to do 2,000. 33,000, 8 miles an hour. Now we're gonna hit start, and it's gonna start running some, and then it's gonna start a test. So it's running seed, and now it's counting, and it's gonna count. Why does it say 2,000 seeds? I thought I set that to 1,500. Well, we'll see if it goes all the way or not. It'll run out of seeds if we try and go to 2,000. But anyway, it's doing a performance test now, and it's keeping track since it started that. You can see here we're at 99.8, 2.1% skips. That's really good. So we're gonna run this and see if we can just make sure every row is, you know, if we're over 99%, I'm pretty happy. 99.9 is exceptional. Well, it did finish that test at 2,000 seeds, 99.7. I don't know, we might have run out just a little bit at the end there. So we're gonna move down to row 6. I'm gonna take this down to 1,500. We're gonna try this again. Swipe to start. It went right back to 2,000. Must be we can't do less than 2,000. I could drop some in my hand on the top here, but nothing left in that one. Anyway, that's cool. That's cool that we can do this. Row 6 ran 99.1, which is a little lower than some of the other ones have been, but nothing to be upset about. Move on to row 7. So the seed that we're using here is it's a leftover bag of plot seed from last year that wasn't even opened. They're a medium round seed, and I dump a little talc in there so that it's realistic to what we're actually planting. So it's a good test, and it seems to be working. Row 10 ran 99.9. That is awesome. This is working really well, and all the rows have performed well over 99, except for that one that was right at 99.1. So I'm pretty happy here. Row 11, swipe to start. We'll do this side, and then we'll have to put some seed in all of these meters, put these ones back together, or put the lids back on. And yeah, we're good. I keep forgetting. I turn my phone off and stick it in my pocket, and then it kills the test. Can't do that. Just gotta put it down. Well, we got to row 12 and we have a problem. It kicked out real fast. Said we had a brush belt speed problem. Everything looks okay under there. I'm gonna try it again and we'll see if it kicks out again or what. I thought maybe it wasn't tightened, but it is. Row 12, start. Nope, our brush belt's not turning. Okay, we gotta take it apart and find out why. Got this brush belt here. I thought maybe it was a gearbox issue. It's not. It's our idler wheel is rough. I got it broke loose there. There's a rough spot. Now it's better. Okay. Oh, that bearing was bad, but it was just a rough spot, and I got it broke loose, and it seems smooth. So we'll put it back together. I think it'll go now. Try again. There, we got seed coming out. Cool. So that did it. Let's see what our test runs here. And this is the last row we've got seed in. So now I need to go through the other side and put seed in those. We'll have to start switch our vacuum. $99.2, $99, $99.1. No ways to go yet. Oh, it was going to finish at 99.5 and then it ran out of seed. Okay, good enough. Okay, we got that half done. I shut the tractor off and moved my kidney hose to the next section. We got 2 more to do. We're going to start it back up. I've put seed in the other half of the planter, so we'll start that vacuum and prime all of those meters. Make sure that we're adjusted somewhat close to where we want it. And we'll go test the remaining 12 rows. Started working on the other side here. You'll notice that the seeds are really shooting out of the brush belt there. I don't know how well that shows up on camera, but like, you know, the brush belt's clear up between the gauge wheels and they're landing way back here. It's done. That's intentional. The belt is supposed to match the forward speed of the planter. We've got it programmed for 8 miles an hour, so essentially the seeds drop straight down. They don't shoot back like that. Boom, turned off again. Apparently you have to keep it away. Anyway, it's a variable speed belt so that it changes based on what the speed of the planter is forward, so that the seeds drop straight down instead of rolling and bouncing in the seed track. So that's why they're shooting back so much now, because we're not moving, but I think we're simulating 8 miles an hour. Well, all of our rows are good, and we fixed one problem. We did all of that, and the only thing we really did was fix one locked up brush belt. So it's good. Better to find it now than later, although that wouldn't have been too bad later. We're going to get this gauge wheel fixed, and then we'll start testing the liquid system, and I shut the tractor off so we can move our kidney hose to the last spot here. All right, we're trying to run some liquid through our liquid system here, and I put this new monitoring system on, and I was only getting one set of modules to show up on the display, so I thought, well, I'll come out here and make sure I had everything plugged in right. Well, this is the new module, this is the old module. Watch what happens when I plug the new module in just to this power cord that's coming from the tractor. See that? Red light comes on immediately. Now, watch what happens when I plug it into the old module. Nothing. I think this one died on us over the winter. So I called them and they're waiting for somebody to call me back. But I think we need a new one of those. That's a bummer. Well, anyway, we can still test our liquid system. I believe that I have the 2x2 flow monitor plugged in right now. So we're going to start with that system, see if we get any reading on our monitor, and make sure that we've got liquid flowing out of everything. So I should be able to start the hydraulic pump up, run a test, get out, and go observe. Okay, well, we got some flow. Pushing all our RV antifreeze out in some air. Give her a second to bleed everything out. And make sure all of our lines are working. That one's got some grass in it. There we go. That one's shooting out a little sideways. Need to clean our nozzle out, but it's flowing. Same thing with that one. Got a little back pressure. 2, 2, 2. That one's hitting the gauge wheel. Why is that so far off? We need to look at that one. Something we should have caught in the shop. It's okay. 2, 2, 2. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Good, good. Okay, so we got flow out of all of them. We got just a couple we need to make sure the nozzles are clean, and that one we need to adjust a little bit. Well, I ran out of water in that system. All right, let's check this one. We want this button. And we'll see if our end furrow's working. Again, we got to flush the RV antifreeze out and get all of the air out of the lines. Might take it a minute. We got some flow though. All right, well, I got my phone call back. He's as stumped as I was, or basically they don't have those fail, which I believe him. Like, you hear that a lot. Like, whoa, we've never had that problem before. And I kind of believe him on this one, but I have that problem. So they're going to send me a new one. I'll give OnSite some credit there. They're good to work with on the service side of stuff. So our in-furrow seems to be working. I don't know how much flow we should be getting. I mean, you can definitely see the pulsing. But it's dribbling out of every row. Pretty well got the pink out of it now, the RV antifreeze. See, that one's a little... That's just how it's coming out of the end there. I think sometimes we get some air in the end of our wet booms, and it takes a little while to get that all out of there. I wish I had a better way to bleed it. Somebody, one of the John Deere planter clinic days, said that they have a bleeder kit for the end of the wet booms for exact rate pumps. If anybody knows anything about that, put it in the comments or send me an email, because I think I need that. I'm definitely not getting as much flow in the center as I am out on the wings, and it's because we're running this rubber hose here, and there's an air bubble, and I can't get the air worked out of it. So how do I do that? What do I do about that? Same thing here. We got rubber hoses instead of the stainless wet boom. Now this side's a little better, or at least that one's not. And then as we get out here, we got a little more flow, but it's still very pulsy, so I don't know. But we've got flow through all of them. That's why we put a secondary flow meter in here. That's what these are, so that we can hopefully tell what the actual flow is and if we're getting the right rate or not. But anyway, it's working, kind of. I started our 2x2 back up, and now we got more pressure out of our in-furrow. Those two are not connected. That should not be doing anything, but it is. Cool. All working. That's what we want to see. Every row should have 3 streams. Every row. Yes. Awesome. Excellent. Sweet. This is our fertilizer placement here. Ooh, what's that? Oh, we got a leak. Our pressure's too high. Turn our pressure down here. There. Our in-furrow pressure was too high. It was leaking at our flow meters. All right. So what we should be getting on every row is a stream on both sides. They call it a 2x2x2. It's not really. We are about 2 inches off the side of the seed, and then we're probably about 3/4 to an inch, 1.25 inches deep. And then we're dropping this one here. Is going to drop right in on top of the seed before our closing wheels come in and pinch it. So we're putting phosphorus. So this year we're using a 721-3 product here, and probably going to put a little zinc in there, and that's going right on the seed. And then over here we're going to run nitrogen, a little bit of sulfur, and a little bit more phosphorus in the 2x2, stuff that's got too much salt to put right on the seed, and we're going to run at a higher volume. So the in-furrow will be about 5 gallons to the acre. The 2x2x2 here will be about 12 gallons to the acre, and so that's why we want to do that. But this is to get the seed started, be right there when the roots emerge from the seed, and get it in there immediately. And then these are just to the side, and it's our mobile nutrients, nitrogen and sulfur for the most part, where it's going to move down with some water right into the root zone, where those roots are going to grow right into it. So really like that system. These conceals have worked really well for me, and all looks pretty darn good here. I'm pretty happy with this system, so cool. Okay, next up, I pulled the head into the lawn and put the planter down. We need to do some measurements with our GPS receiver over there and make sure that we are dead on accurate, right exactly where it's supposed to be, because I don't know that it was last year. I got the hose in that last spot, bleeding our last down pressure system, so we'll let that tractor run for a second. I need the GPS receiver that's off the sprayer. So we're going to go get that, and I'm going to get a laser. I think we can use a laser to measure a little more accurately, I hope. Okay, there's our John Deere receiver. We run that for implement guidance and auto path bounder, or auto path creation, we'll call it. However, it is offset, right? It's not in the center of the planter, it's offset. We need to put in some measurements, and I've had this will be the 4th year that I've run this, and we ain't got it right yet. So I have a laser that we are going to set up right in the dead center of this planter so that I can measure and get it exactly right. I hope. We're going to try. Now, the question is, how am I going to know when that laser is dead center? I can see it on these holes, and we're pretty well dead center on all of those, so that's a good indicator. Are we dead center on that bolt down there? Pretty close. Pretty darn close. Okay, so then if I take this tape measure and I hold it in the center of that GPS receiver, and if we can figure out where that line is hitting my tape measure, that should tell me what our offset is. Correct? Correct. I'm getting frustrated. All right, so I think where we left this, I was getting that laser set up to put our measurements in for our GPS receiver, right? Plugged in that GPS receiver, I got it all in there. I came into the cab to pull it up so that I could put the measurements in, and it's not there. It's not detecting it. And then I looked at it and like, yeah, there's no light on. It's not powering up the GPS receiver. So I thought, that's weird. So I checked a couple of connections. I tried a few different things there. I pulled the GPS receiver, plugged it into the top of the cab here. Works just fine. And the GPS receiver is the one that we had on the sprayer that we used yesterday. It's not the receiver. I know that. So then I thought there's a gender changer, little short wire harness on there, female on both ends. Well, maybe it's that. So I went and got a different one, plugged it in. Nothing. So then I thought, well, maybe it's this wire harness that connects to the implement ISO bus. So I just got a new one of those and put it on the beam planner. I'll go grab that one and change it. So I did that. Not any better. Still not working. So, must be a fuse somewhere in the line. We're not getting power to it. So I got out my electrical tester. We've got 12 volts, 12.5 volts to the power on that. But it's not powering up the GPS receiver. And I don't understand why. Because it's to the plug right where you plug in the GPS receiver. There's 12 volts. And I know the GPS receiver works. So now I'm convinced there's a setting or something in the GPS or in the monitor here that I'm missing, and I can't find anything. I've got implements guidance turned on. It's not recognizing and powering up the GPS receiver. So if any of you have any ideas or suggestions, I would appreciate it. It worked last year. I have no idea. No idea why it's not working now. Hopefully we can figure something out. Otherwise, we're going to run without autopath. Or, you know, in the 3 weeks it takes for things to dry out between now and when we're in the fields, maybe I'll figure something out. But it's 5:30 and I had enough messing with it. I've been working on this for probably 2 hours, and I'm tired. So I think we're going to call it. I might take some measurements while I got everything set up here, because the measurements won't change, but I can't put them into the computer until I figure out why it's not there. It's frustrating. For future reference, so when I need to remember these, I can go back and find them in my video. From the center of our GPS receiver, center this way, to this line, it's 29 inches. It's 29. I'm very confident of that. Problem is, I think that's the number we had last year too. So, but it's 29 inches. The height to the yellow is 104. 104 inches. Okay, the other thing we need to know is a distance. I don't remember if it's from the connection point or from the control point, the row units. Front to back, though. We gotta measure that. So, the planter systems are good. Seed and fertilizer, the important things, which is a good thing. The electronic systems, flow monitors, and GPS stuff, not so good. Some of it's luxury, some of it would be like, yeah, we pretty well need that, so... you know, that's why we're doing this now, not the day we're trying to go to the field, because then I'd say forget it, we're just going, and I'd be frustrated and mad. Now I'm just frustrated. I'm not really that mad. It's fine. We'll deal with it. Better than if I was trying to plant. So anyway, I'm gonna fold this up and put it back in the barn because I'm done for the day. Got my lawn mowed. It's been needing to be done for about, I don't know, 5 days. I was going to do it Tuesday and then it rained. I was going to do it yesterday and then it rained. Did it today and it was too wet, but it's going to rain again tomorrow, so it was my shot. Anyway, that's it tonight. I'm going home. Have a good night, and I'm going to just go ahead and say have a good weekend because I'm not making a video tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm making a road trip tomorrow. Like I said, it's supposed to rain here, so, and with the rain yesterday, there's zero chance of us being in the field, nothing pressing that has to get done. We'll keep working on our anhydrous applicator as we get parts, and tinkering with the planner on some of that stuff that's not working. But, I found a frame for my two-row planter that I'm trying to build. So, it's in Illinois. Been waiting for a day to go get it. I'm going to go get it. And on the way, we're going to stop in at Shoup in Kankakee, Illinois, and pick up our parts for the anhydrous applicator. So we'll get those tomorrow. We'll get our planter frame, and then we'll have something to do next week when it's too wet to be in the field. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up. And someday we'll plant something. Hasn't happened yet where we haven't been able to. The worst year so far that I've ever experienced was 2019, and we did not plant a single seed, a single kernel of corn or soybeans until June 4th that year. So we're a long ways from that point. Hopefully we don't get to that point. Is it ideal? No, I'd sure like to be planting now or next week. I mean, this is when we want to start, right? The 25th, 20th, 25th to the 30th of April is ideal for us to start planting. Now, I would plant some beans ahead of that. I might think about a little corn ahead of that. But we're not late. But we're also going to be late before things dry out. I doubt anything happens before May 1st here. So, is what it is. See you guys.